today. I'm sure most of you are here out of absolute amazement. It's promoting Don, actually, not at all. We all realize that the Army absolutely gets it right. When we go before these promotion boards and we pick some absolute stellar people. And in this case, we've got Don MacCuish, going to get promoted to Colonel. But we want to welcome a few people. First of all, his wife, Amy, and their kids. I got to read this, just make sure I get it right. Emma, all right. 15 years old? All right. All right, Donnie. All right.
Donnie 4.
14, right? And we got Evan. All right. 19, right?
What did he say?
You're 19, right?
No, 8.
We also absolutely have the privilege of being joined today by some of Don's family. He's got his twin sister. And Don was just telling me that it's absolutely fantastic. For the first time in his life, does he outrank his twin sister, Heather, who's in the Air Force, Lieutenant Colonel in the Air Force, and her husband, also in the Air Force, Keith, right? Also in the Air Force as well. Joined us here with their 2 children as well. So it's absolutely fantastic to have them here. And so if you do get a few orders tonight or anything like that, please feel free to disregard them. As you probably have for the rest of you previously. Unfortunately, Don's mom and dad could not be here today, but I think we're filming it here so we can send it down to them later on. But this is absolutely fantastic day to conduct a promotion. First of all, right before the holidays, so Don can finally put on their rank of colonel. I'm sure we're already spending the paycheck already.
It's already spent. Already spent.
Also, I just want to make sure everyone's tracking. We have Colonel Pat Coran on the VTC. Pat's going to participate in the promotion here today. He's a G3 of the 19th EFC. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here as well with us, but he is a long friend of Don's, so we're going to kind of split the duties here of this promotion here. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask you, the family, come up and we'll
Do the anthem. Okay. Anthem, that's what it is. We're gonna.
Please rise for invocation and be stand for the flag of the nation. Please join me in prayer for this special occasion today. Lord, you tell us in your word to offer our prayers and intercessions for all, and especially for leaders and those in authority, that they may be empowered, godly, and respectable in every way. Today we have such a leader before us, Lieutenant Colonel MacCuish, who the Army now recognizes to promote to Colonel. For this event, we are thankful, and by his leadership, many are truly blessed. Lord, watch over him as he leads and guides soldiers and leaders. It is true within your word that to whom much is given and entrusted, much will be required. And as our service members continue to deploy, his role is vital for unit preparation and readiness. Bless his efforts and the ops group he leads as well for the work they are committed to. We ask you to bless the MacCuish family as well and reward them for the dedication towards service for our country. A strong family that provides a solid foundation will always lead towards a stronger leader for others. I pray in your precious name. Amen.
So you want to grab one of those? Pick one out. Take one. Give one to Mom. One to. And give this to Aunt Heather. Give that to Aunt Heather and give her my hat. Okay.
Should we have you stand right there?
Okay.
You guys stand next to him.
So make sure you have them pointing the right way.
All right, it's great that we got the family here. As you all know, this is a family affair. So we got the whole gang is going to participate in this. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and post the orders.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, he is therefore promoted in the United States Army to the rank of Colonel. Signed, Anthony J. P. Major, General Staff Officer, Promotion Management.
Oh, you get to seal it a little later here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was official. I should get this side first. Okay, hold it up and
It'll be a while, so everyone should just sit down.
That's when you get over the shot, you haven't filed loose to put He's doing the same. I might go.
Got it?
Took my jacket. This is hard for me,
Okay, there we go. Handshake.
there you go.
Come on.
It's hard being 14.
You'll know in a second. So I'll get down on my knees. It's over here. The bottom is unlocked.
I know, I think it's good. I kind of regret it now.
Get the right ones?
I think that's important to be part of it. Never done that. Damn it, now I regret it. Damn it. Thanks a lot, Lord. Tearing up now.
There you go, you got it.
That's really nice. That's a great idea. He's a good one. He's a good dude.
Oh, she got it. All right.
All right. That is it. Okay.
Those get a picture, and you get the flowers.
Yes, okay. We'll do those next. We're gonna do it after the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Everyone-
Okay, why don't you-
There you go.
Good, so. I'll give the flowers when I do my thank yous. That way I don't forget the thank yous. That way I don't forget. So Pat, I think we're gonna hand it over to you now.
Yep, Pat, it's all you.
Hey, thanks, Ed. Hey, happy Thanksgiving from Korea to everyone there. Hey, Don, I just got to point out that not only are we fraternity brothers from the smallest university probably in Florida, but also fellow logisticians. And I was like a kid on Christmas getting up this morning to be part of your promotions. Hey, just want to pass on one thing about Don. We have been kind of circling each other since University of Tampa for about 22 years in assignments. He's either been coming to theater, or I've been leaving theater, or to a post, and I've been leaving a post. But one thing I'll say about Don, and true gentleman and a servant leader, and I really didn't pick up on that until this warfighter that I got to see him in action. And smooth, polished, and someone that I can truly send someone to say, hey, call Don MacCuish, he has the answer. And with no further ado, Don, raise your right hand. I, Donald MacCuish,
I, Donald MacCuish,
having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States,
having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States,
in the grade of colonel,
and the grade of colonel,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of which I'm about to enter.
the duties of the office of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Hey, congratulations, Colonel MacCuish.
I appreciate it. So I'm not speaking yet, I think.
Nope.
Okay.
At this time, Mr. Hedrick will induct Colonel MacCuish into the Order of Samuel Sharp. In May of 1994, the U.S. Ordnance Corps Association initiated a program to ensure that ordnance personnel receive recognition for their deeds that go above and beyond the norm. In order to recognize and honor the best of the best in our Corps, the Association created the Ordnance Order of Samuel Sharp. The medal depicts an eagle holding a flintlock rifle surrounded by oak leaves with a shell and flame overhead. The eagle represents America's freedom, which has been defended faithfully and to its fullest measures by members of the Corps since 1812. The flintlock rifle represents our Corps beginnings as well as the material provided by the ordnance personnel in both peace and war. The oak leaf represents the strength and resolve of the Ordnance Corps to stand the test of time. The shell and flame represent the unleashed energy of the Ordnance Corps. To all personnel, wherever you may be it known that Colonel Donald MacCuish III, having been tried and found worthy to be numbered as one of the trustee members, has been gathered to our fold and duly initiated into the solemnly mysteries of the traditional brotherhood of gunsmiths, wheelwrights, and metal workers. Issued this 22nd day of November 2015, signed Brigadier General Kurt Ryan, Chief of Ordnance Corps. Now a few words from our honorary Colonel MacCuish. The floor is yours.
Well, I'll save the family for last. And I was good until I looked at her.